To other news now, another review of the RCMP has reached a scathing conclusion. The independent review by former Supreme Court Justice Michel Bastarache concludes the culture of the RCMP is toxic and tolerates misogynistic and homophobic attitudes. More than 3,000 people came forward with detailed stories of assault, bullying, and despair. Many of them received compensation through a class action lawsuit that paid out more than $125 million. Today's report is called Broken Dreams, Broken Lives, and some of the details are disturbing. It says the problems are so deep and systemic that fundamental change cannot come from within the force. Carolyn Jarvis reports.
Their stories include horrific accounts of sexual assault, degrading comments, and unwelcome touching. Acts that occurred over decades to more than 2,300 women who worked for the RCMP. The level of violence and sexual assault that was reported was shocking, writes Justice Bastarache in his report. Over 130 claimants disclose penetrative sexual assaults.
After all our work and all our fighting, here it is, bound and brutal.
For many, the harassment haunts them to this day.
It's not just that their careers were shattered, their lives were shattered, their relationships were destroyed, their ability to work was destroyed.
The reports says there were women who sat with their service revolvers in their mouths and were only stopped from killing themselves when they thought of their children or their pets. Another RCMP employee who filed a claim for this settlement did die by suicide.
I still hear from women all the time who are in some level of hell in the RCMP, and there's a potent minority within the force that's ruining that organization.
In the strongest language, Justice Bastarache says the RCMP has proven incapable of fixing itself. The time has come for an in-depth external and independent review of the organization. The force's commissioner wouldn't address that recommendation head-on, but denounced the behavior.
There is no place in my organization for discrimination, sexual assault, harassment, bullying, sexism, racism, homophobia, or transphobia. It will not be tolerated, and employees will be held to account.
The RCMP announced it will open a center for harassment resolution next summer, staffed by civilians. But the concern for some, including Justice Bastarache, is that the issues within the RCMP are so entrenched, it may take breaking up the force to end it. Carolyn Jarvis, Global News, Toronto.